So next, we have the physical development and physical and mental health. So health trends at midlife, we have hypertension and diabetes. We all know that these illnesses are common naman, no? Chronically high blood pressure, the hypertension, diabetes is um, disease in which the body does not produce or properly use insulin, a hormone that converts sugars, no? So, these illnesses is too common sa middle adulthood and up. Um, it is because that these hypertensions occurs normally due to the factors like aging, because reduced elasticity of blood vessels, and also the other factor is poor lifestyle, and which increase the strain on the heart and the arteries. While sa diabetes naman, it is more likely occur in midlife due to the factors such as weight gain, reduced physical activity, and also the hormonal changes, um, which can develop with age. So sa age pa rin. Next, we have here the behavioral influence on health. Physical activity in midlife is an important protective factor, particularly given that decline in cardiovascular fitness are steep after age 45. So, um, wait. People activity in midlife health maintains cardiovascular health by improving heart function, circulation, and muscle strength. No, as people age, this function naturally decline, but regular exercise can slow down this process, reduce the risk of heart diseases, and improve overall health. So, ganito ka importante ang exercise sa isang individual. Malaki talaga yung impact niya sa overall health and well-being ng isang tao. Next, socioeconomic status and health. So, what do you think is the relation of this socioeconomic status on health? According here, people with low economic status tend to have poorer health, shorter life expectancy, more activity limitations due to chronic disease, and lower well-being than people with higher socioeconomic status. So, the reason why people with low socioeconomics tend to have poorer health, it's because that they have limited access to healthcare, healthy food, and safety living environment. And sa finance nila or sa income nila, they have experienced higher stress and less job security, that will contribute to the poorer health outcomes and reduced quality of life. So, next, the race, ethnicity, and health. So, although genetics may offer some clues to differences in health as a function of race or ethnicity, by far the most researchers have focused on correlates of ethnicity and how those might be related to differences in health. So, difference in health by race or ethnicity are often more influenced by social factors such as access to healthcare, kagaya nung na-mention ko kanina, socioeconomic status, cultural beliefs, and discrimination. While genetics also play a role, this environmental structure and structural factors, no, typically have a larger impact sa health outcomes ng across different ethnicity and races. Next, we have her gender and health. So, ito naman, what do you think is the relation of gender and health? Based on here, women have a higher life expectancy than men and lower death rates throughout life. So, base dito, mas mahaba daw yung buhay ng mga babae. So, bakit kaya? So, women's greater longevity has been attributed to genetic protection given by the second X chromosome, which men does not have, because yung sa chromosome gun ng men is XY man, so Y yung second chromosome niya. And before menopause, to beneficial effects of the female, hormone estrogen on both cardiovascular and cognitive health. So, sa tingin nyo, bakit naman kaya mas mababa yung life expectancy sa mga lalaki? So, based here, the psychosocial and cultural factors, it's because daw kay ang men kay have greater propensity to or for risk taking. So, mga risk taker daw yung mga lalaki. Next, we have stress in middle age. Balikan natin yung kanina, women have a higher life expectancy than men. And then, they also have more extreme stress than men and to be more concerned about stress. So, bakit kaya? So, women often experience more stress because of, for example, caregiving roles, work-life balance challenges, and hormonal changes. So, dito pa lang sa caregiving roles, nakaka-stress naman talaga mag-alaga ng mga bata. And also, nakaka-stress din mag-alaga ng mga older parents na like, i-caretake mo talaga sila, papatayuin, papakainin. Like, ikaw na talaga yung totally mag-aalaga sila. So, medyo stressful talaga. While here, emotions and health, so these negative emotions daw such as anxiety and despair are often associated with poor physical and mental health, and positive emotions naman such as hope with good health and longer life. So, this negative emotion daw can lead to chronic stress kasi that can harms our body by weakening our immune system and increasing the risk of diseases. So, while sa positive emotions naman, it will improve our mental well-being and encourage healthier behaviors that will promote better physical health and may contribute to a longer life. So, dapat day by day, we should be an optimist sa mga bagay-bagay, sa mga challenges na nakaharap natin sa buhay. We must have a positive view towards for our everyday living. Next, mental health. Depression negatively affects health, making prevention and treatment an important issue. So, kanina, if yung negative emotions kay nagiging reason ng poor physical and mental health, they are also affects the prevention and treatment of these illnesses. For example, we have here depression negatively affects health by increasing the risk of chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and weakened immune function. So, mas pinalala nila yung isang illness and parang binabakuran nila yung treatment or yung prevention. Next, as I'm done sa physical development, physical and mental health, let's proceed sa developmental task ni Newman. So, according to Newman, middle adulthood has a 4 developmental tasks: managing a career, nurturing an intimate relationship, expanding caring relationship, and managing the household. Managing a career, it involves a balancing professional growth with personal priorities while adapting to life transitions and future goals. So, managing career, in middle adulthood, individuals often focus on advancing or adjusting their careers, balancing professional growth with personal life. So, yung mga individuals sa middle adulthood daw is nag-focus talaga sila sa kanilang career and professions. While also, syempre, binabalance din nila yung professional growth nila sa kanilang personal life. Next, we have the nurturing and intimate relationship. So, involves deepening emotional connection, maintaining effective communication, and adapting to life changes while balancing individual needs and shared goals. So, maintaining a close, fulfilling partnership, it is a key task during this middle adulthood stage. Whether it's a marriage or a long-term relationship lang, this involves emotional support, communication, and resolving conflicts to ensure lasting bonds. So, importante talaga na maka-nurture ka ng intimate relationship sa isang individual. Next, we have here the expanding caring relationships. It involves deepening emotional connections with family, friends, and communities, while also taking on caregiving or mentoring roles. So, as people age kasi, they often broaden their circle of cares to include family members, friends, and community. This can involve raising children, caring for aging parents, or fostering new social connection, emphasizing empathy and mutual support. And the last one, we have heard the managing the household. Involves overseeing daily responsibilities like finances, maintenance, and caregiving, while balancing personal and family needs. So at this stage, individuals are responsible for the day-to-day functioning of the home, which may include the organizing of the finance, maintaining a comfortable living environment, and managing family dynamics. This task also involves planning for future changes such as retirement or children living home. So sa task na to, sinisecure na ng isang individual yung future niya at future ng mga anak niya as if it proceed to college or the tertiary level. So, that's how my report ends, and thank you for listening.